Was it cool for you?
It was great. I mean, as I said on stage, it's not easy singing at 12 noon. It's not a time of day that you really want to get out there and belt out the ballads, but I think I did all right.
I read something that was written about you. It's been a couple of years actually now, Michael, that really stayed with me, is that you were tired of the cynicism and irony. And there seems to be such a joyous swing and an atmosphere and brevet, like light, lush feel to your last two albums, Reveal in particular. Is that reflecting what's going on with you?
With this record, Peter will tell you that we wanted kind of to, I mean, it was my idea to do a record that was like a summer record and something that spoke of the promise of summer and in all its permutations, good and bad and everything in between. But you know, the last record for us was fairly dark, and we and not only the songs and the subject matter of some of the songs, but also as just a time period for us as three people, and we wanted to do something that was had a little more lift to it, you know.
But I'm always dying to know, as any kind of poet, writer, lyricist, it's the old Sting Police song, Every Breath You Take, about a stalker. Meanwhile, people are playing it at their weddings. How do you feel about the different interpretations, or do you think that's part of the magic, that everybody can listen to one of your songs, Michael, and come away with a completely different story?
That is the magic. It's a part of it. I mean, to me, that's what music is phenomenally subjective and really personal, and each person has their take on it. And the one thing that the band has always said, you know, it's such a relief the day that the record comes out, which the song no longer belongs to you. It belongs to the people that are hearing it. And that's a huge load off our backs, to be able to just go, oh, it's yours, take it.
But that's a healthy philosophy, because I don't think a lot of artists feel that way. I think they have it really close and want their interpretation or their purpose to hit the masses.
Yeah,
like,
well, no, I mean, I understand that, like, just by dint of how I write, and I don't know what, if it fits into a particular style that can be traced down through the past 100, 200, 900 years, but I just know in the way that I write that it is way open to interpretation, and it's not something that, you know, from time to time I'm trying to make a very specific point in a lyric, but I kind of learned my lesson in the 80s about that, you know, trying to write political songs, and there just aren't that many songwriters who I think do that very well, and I'm not one of them.
Friendships in the band, and the evolution, what's that been like to span a couple of decades?
It's like any friendship, but, you know, or any relationship, but I think maybe made more intense by the circumstances. You know, the stakes are pretty high for us, and I mean, this is our life's work, and you're going to get into some pretty major arguments and compromises within the group over that period of time, and you have to figure out how to deal with each other and how to not second guess each other all the time. I'd say we've done okay. I mean, the group, you know, the band represents the sum of its parts, and this, you know, we all recognize that, number one, we're huge music fans. These are the people that we want to work with, period. Number two, what we do in combination with each other is much more powerful than what any of us can do on our own.